Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Midwest Dungeon Delvers. Tonight, we are returning with the Six Sword Saga, our tabletop RPG series that we have here every Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Now, tonight, we are picking up where we left off with some combat. Here we go, into the intro. Let's see what happens. Good evening. This is Lyris Dane reporting on behalf of the COS as we witness yet another harrowing chapter in humanity's relentless pursuit of forbidden innovation in the year 2525. In what has been dubbed the Six Sword Saga incident, 6 carefully chosen individuals from the Maxwell Federation's latest VR experiment were thrust into the full immersion simulation known as the Six Sword Saga, a digital realm where the lines between myth and machine blur. What began as a promising trial for the next generation of escapism quickly spiraled into an unsolvable tragedy. Our sources confirm that the participants heralded as pioneers of this radical technology have become permanently entrapped within the simulation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with our full cast of characters. Can I get a mic check real quick?
Mic check.
All right, we got a Justicar.
Mic check.
I am checking it.
Ooh, it's all good. Everybody's. We got everyone.
I have a new mic, by the way, so I don't know how it's gonna come through.
Oh, it is coming through perfectly.
Hey, you're actually doing. You got a much more volume than normal, so.
Yes, it's very nice, very, very wonderful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when last we left the party, the retinue, some would say, the individuals therein had met with Magistrate Thalen Morwin. He essentially gave them the cold shoulder, but allowed them to explore through Othmere and check out some things. Leaving the inn, the Salty Anchor, the party broke curfew to explore the streets a bit. There was Justicar, Jin, and Owen. Aldrich stayed behind in the inn, investigating and interrogating somewhat, was it Jeb? Yeah, Jeb.
Yep.
Or no, it was
staff.
it was Chud and Chud. The Chud and Chud. The two different brothers, one dead, one still alive, and having a wound healed by Justicar earlier. The party had heard several things about Justicar pulling rank on one of the patrolling guards. Heard about some trouble happening at the docks, but the party checked towards the gate and, in fact, began hearing some not so savory sounds. Jin casting a light in down the alleyway, hearing a earth-shattering scream, chilling the party to the bone. Coming around the corner, a sickly-looking knightly figure. And up above us, we have our little action map, ladies and gentlemen. So, here we go. We're gonna get started. Justicar. The training hall glows with torchlight. Banners bearing House Caldris' sunburst sigil hanging from high arches. You are practicing with a drill sword. Different combinations within this training room. Your fellow squire, Jeff, takes his helmet off after finishing his forms and says, Remember, Ulrich, every strike you make should carry purpose, not just force. Meaning, my grandfather used to say that a blade without intent is no better than a whittler's knife. And I've spent half my life learning lore, rites. But it's moments like this. He puts an arm out to your shoulder, beside a brother in arms, that I know I'll remember long after the spire's stones crumble. He glances towards the door where your master, Carnarva, my bad, Carnarva, is watching the both of you. Jeff turns back. I signed up for justice, yes, but it's our friendship that brings me hope. Whatever darkness we face out there, I'm glad it'll be us at each other's side. He grins at you, but leaves a moment for you to say a response.
I'm glad that I'll be alongside you too, Jeff. It is truly a noble pursuit to bring order and justice to these lands.
Yes. Promise me.
And that's... Oh, my bad.
Promise me one thing, Ulrich. If ever I falter, if the Rift's shadows claim me, you'll carry on in my honor, and you'll stop at nothing to set me free.
I slap him on the shoulder and I go, "Of course. As long as you do the same for me. But we won't be succumbing to any shadows."
Of course. Oh, it seems Master Carnarva is calling. Time to prove that our blades and our hearts are worthy of Argavon's light.
I nod and follow him.
It is in this moment that you are like running up the steps of the training hall towards the surveyor's room where the war council's table is, with a great many maps and plans. You specifically note the iconography on your battle buddy's armor. And it's in this split second of recollection that you realize the twisted, shadowy form before you wears the same armor. I would like everyone in the alleyway to roll initiative.
Let me bring up my thing real quick. Hold on.
That is a D20, and then a add your initiative bonus.
Yeah, bring up my thing.
I have got a 16.
All right. A 16 for Justicar.
I got a 6.
All right.
14.
Yep. 16, 14, 6, and... All right. So it will go Justicar, Owen, the creature, Jin, at the start of the initiative order. So at round level 20, all right? Aldrich, you hear a blood-curdling scream echo through the night from the main gateway, from the inn. Everyone else in the inn seems to like hush and stop moving. What would you like to do?
So, I'm in the tavern, doors in front of me, stairs are upstairs. Were there any windows out of the building or anything like that?
You are unaware of any windows in any of the rooms. It does not look like any windows are in this main section. And the scream was far enough away that you would have to, like, leave the tavern. It's like a few blocks away.
Yeah, okay. I was more trying to exit without drawing attention. People are looking towards the door, right?
They're looking more towards the direction of the sound. So, like, through the wall towards the main gateway.
Okay. Then I'm going to slip out through the door quietly as I can and start heading in that direction. I'm going to roll that's all right. This is general stealth check for getting there unnoticed by anything.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes. Go ahead and roll stealth, and then an initiative roll, and I will have you show up like 2 rounds in. It'll take you
Works
a couple
for
rounds
me.
to get there.
I'll just roll initiative first, since I'm looking at that right now.
Yep.
Sorry, up on my character sheet. 12 for initiative.
Okay, so tie with the monster.
12 for stealth.
Okay. Wonderful. All right.
Is it if I take an extra round to get there in order to get advantage on my stealth roll?
I'll say we run with the 12.
Okay. Let's do it.
We run with the 12. Okay. Justicar, you're up first.
Noticing the familiar iconography and everything, I begin with walking towards him and pulling out my maul.
Okay.
And then I begin to recite the Litany of the Iron March.
All right.
So as I'm walking forward, I throw off the cloak, pull out the hammer, and step by step, stone by stone, order is laid upon the wild earth. And I prepare for do I get close enough to him to attack, or
Oh yeah.
is he still far? Okay.
Oh yeah. You close on the entryway to this alley. I don't know if you can see. I've got the battle map set up on the stream.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure I wasn't sure if I was like right on him or if it was.
He essentially like came around the corner, like angry at the light shining on him, looking for the source of that.
Okay.
You approach and begin reciting the scripture.
Yep. And as soon as I close the distance, I attempt to knock him to the ground with a hammer blow. Overhead hammer blow.
All right. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
All right. Let's see. 12 plus 6 is 18.
18 hits.
All right.
Go ahead and roll damage. And specifically, you're trying to knock him prone?
I am trying to knock him prone.
Okay. Is that a DC to save against that?
Oh no! I just that was just my intention. I threw it out. If
Okay.
you want me to do,
Go ahead and roll a D20 as well. Just a contested strength.
okay. So that is 14 damage
Okay.
and for contested strength. You said so.
Yeah.
Strength, just a strength check or a strength saving throw.
Strength check. So just a D20. Add your strength modifier.
Okay. 18 for the strength check.
Okay. You do not knock him prone. Oh my goodness! Burr, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to combat. Here we go. So you walk up to this undead knightly form, and you raise your hammer over your shoulder, begin reciting the scripture. Take your hammer around, go for his leg to try and knock him prone. The hammer connects, the knee buckles, the bone snaps, but the form does not collapse. Standing on broken sinew and bone, like it doesn't matter to him. Like it's a passing thing. this undead form howls. Thank you, Parade! Up next, Owen with the 14.
King.
And Owen, you are currently in a magic shop that is next door. You've kind of like forced your way in and are working on stuff. At least that's where I had you.
Yes.
Much love, Bird.
I mean, as long as it was for a good purpose, then.
Yeah.
Um.
Also to get supplies for the
Right.
To see what you have.
So we got an undead in the hallway.
You got undead in the alley.
Oh yes, an alley.
And you are currently in a magic shop.
Ah, yes. So I look over to the light by the door.
Yeah.
Is it a magical lamp or is it fuel based?
It is a small wax candle that seems to be half melted.
Okay. Wax candle.
Yes. You you can make a perception check to see
okay.
different things around the shop.
Okay.
What'd you get?
A.
Corn got first in the tunnel.
I mean, it could have been worse. It picked up a bunch of speed. A 9.
A 9. Okay. You look around. There's various papers. There's scrolls. You see several letter openers. A sconce. Nothing really catches your eye about anything else.
Okay.
Owen McRae, what would you like to do?
What kind of paper is it?
It's parchment. Several
Parchment.
stacks of parchment.
Okay. Alright, well I guess I don't see any like cauldrons or anything like that, so I'll go back out in the hallway and see if I can find anything else.
Okay, let me try and pick up your character, because that's going to be a pain. Specific character.
Elegantly placed.
All right, back into the alley you have gone.
Okay. Do I see that chair there, maybe?
Yeah, of course. You see the little mug as well. It's like somebody's little porch that they come out and rest and enjoy a cup of tea.
Excellent. I'm gonna pick up the stool and put the mug on one of the chairs.
Okay. Put the mug on the chair and you pick up the stool.
Perfect. I approach the undead.
Okay. I will say that you make it here.
Okay. Once I get close enough, it would be my idea to jostle the undead with the stool like a lion tamer should it try to get too close to doing anything of much use.
All right. That ends Owen's turn. You are currently you will enter melee range next turn.
Perfect.
Up next, the undead knight, the Chimeric Echo of Jeff Radiatus, looks at this holy knight before him that bashed his knee, pulls out this like broken sword, but there's this weird like shimmering that happens, Justicar. It's like a moment of static almost, and the blade is there, but then it's not.
Ooh.
He is going to attack you with multi-attack. He gets 2 swings. He shall swing. Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
All right. He swings at you with the blade. It connects with the head of the hammer as you like raise it up to block. All right. Does a 8 hit?
Nope.
Of course not. So, as the sword comes back, ricocheting off of the hammer, he like flips it over his shoulder, grabs the hilt, and tries to lunge forward. And you just kind of like sidestep out of the way. Jim,
Okay.
you are up. You stand about 30-ish feet from the
Where am I? On the thing?
You are this guy where the little box is outlined.
I can't see it.
Here, I'll zoom in on you. You're kind of over here, hidden behind this.
Okay. All right. Well, if I
You've
try to
got
talk to
visual on him.
so if I try to talk to a past life, is that an action?
I'll allow you to have it as a bonus action to commune
All right.
with your past self.
I try to commune with a past life. No, try to get any information that they know on Jeff. If I have any past lives that have any connection to Jeff.
Make a history check.
What is that? Just a 20?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me.
D20, add your history.
And then I got a 4 on history. So do I add that to what I wrote?
Yes.
All right. Good. All right. I got a 10. Oh, damn.
All together?
Yeah, all together it's a 10. Yeah. I rolled a 6.
You feel like there's some sort of connection there, like something from the Riftlands may have run into this individual at some point. But that's all you get.
Am I within? You said I'm within 60 feet.
You're within 30.
Okay. I use veiled touch to communicate,
Okay.
and then I tried to ask him about his demise. What made him what he is now?
As you reach out to the Chimeric,
And I also ask him. You say I felt a sense from something from the rift.
yeah.
I asked him about that creature or person.
All right.
Just any information.
So you use Veiled Touch to commune with the Chimeric Echo. You reach out your mind, and as you enter in, there is this cacophonous noise that batters against your probe. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. And I put my wisdom check on that?
So it's the saving throw section that's above skills.
Okay, so it'd be a 4. A 2. A 2, okay. So, and that's with a 20?
Yep. D20,
Alright.
add that.
17.
17. Alright. You maintain a semblance of self and fight off this fragmented, distorted mind that begins to scream incoherently inside your mind. Betrayal, abandonment, hatred, all of these emotions and thoughts just batter against your probe.
Alright, and that's all I can do action-wise, right? I can't attack or
Yes,
nothing?
correct, since you used Veiled Touch and the memory seed.
I yell out to the team, just destroy it. There's no help. There's no help.
You call out from behind the lamppost to destroy it.
There's no help for that thing.
Top of the initiative order. Justicar, you hear from behind you, there's no help.
I just kind of like, yep, nod, and then after blocking and parrying, I finish off the first part of the litany and go, where chaos spreads, I walk. Where ruin reigns, I rise. The march of law is unbroken, and I swing again on him.
All right. Swing your mighty hammer.
That is a 16 to hit.
16 just hits.
I assume we're wearing like the exact same armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we both have the exact same armor class.
Yeah. Yeah, you just note his specific family's iconography etched in.
Yep. I hit big for 16.
All right. As soon as you smack into the chest plate of this creature, it buckles, bends, and then you hear this like guttural like moan that just like goes as it gets louder. There is this tearing sound, almost like the fabric of the air around him begins to shudder and tear, and you see these like cubic rifts that begin opening all over around him. Next. You got him to half health, guys.
That's two really big hits. That's
Next, Owen.
I will going to not like that. I'm going to throw the chair double-handed overhead
Ah!
at this thing's head.
All right, make an improvised attack.
Yes.
So throw the stool.
Risks are bad.
Yes.
So that would be like something plus 4, right?
So roll your d20 and then add your dexterity modifier.
Impro.
Yeah, improvised attack.
Dex.
If you're throwing things, it's improvised. If you're whacking with
The
something,
dex mod?
it's a strength.
Strength mod.
It's strength
Cool.
if you're hitting.
I got you.
Yeah. You get it.
Okay, 12 to hit this guy.
12 does not hit.
Rip.
The stool sputters harmlessly to the side. That's your attack.
We only have one of those, right?
Currently,
two.
yes. You're
Earlier.
level 1.
Okay, that's right. Okay. You're right.
So bonus action and your movement is what you have left.
Okay. Bonus action, I'm gonna pull out the bottle of vodka.
Okay. You pull out the bottle.
And I'm gonna reach into the door and grab the candle off the wall,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna advance on the creature just a little bit
All right.
to get within 10 feet. I think that would be okay for
Okay.
this.
So you move to where you can like look over Justicar's shoulder and his hammer embedded within the chest of this thing, seeing these like cubic rifts start to like splinter off of it.
All right, perfect.
All right.
And then with the one attack, I end my turn.
Okay. That ends your turn. Okay. It is the creature's turn. It is going to push off the hammer off of its chest, but not with its arms. It's like the chest piece bends unnaturally and pushes the hammer out itself, and then you see Justicar, the metal and flesh have bonded together into this amalgamate. You recognize several like battle scars that you were present for on this individual, but the like metal of the armor has bonded to like the skin. He pushes with the chest out, takes a couple steps back, and he slams his fist into the ground. Everyone within 10 feet, that's Owen and Justicar, I need you to make a dex saving throw.
All right. That is not great for me, but it might be doable.
15.
You succeed. You succeed. You both succeed and are not knocked prone, but you do take half damage. You both take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as pieces of the cobblestone jut up and pierce into your legs like shrapnel.
What a butthead.
He then lunges forward while you are focused on that to try and slash at Justicar. And a 13 doesn't hit. Oh, he keeps rolling right below it. As he lunges forward with the sword itself pierces one of those cubic rifts, and the blade materializes this opalescent energy along the blade, and it whizzes past your face, Justicar. All right. Aldrich, you are still in the town. You begin hearing the scuffle and the screams get louder. You can make another stealth check or perception check to get a lay of what's around you.
Let's say let's make that a perception check.
Okay.
That'll be 21.
Well, it has become very apparent to you that you are being followed. There are the heavy steps of footprints or foot beats. Sounds like metal greaves. So it sounds like some of the knights may have heard or seen you leave during curfew without the Justicar. They do not have visual on you just yet, but you hear them like a couple of buildings behind. Like if they turn a corner, they're gonna have eyes on you.
So I'm like 20, 25 feet from the mouth of the alley at this point, because that's my move speed, right? And I've got one round before I'll be looking down the alley.
Yeah,
Shoot,
we'll say you're like coming in over here. Let me pull up a halfling.
About how wide is the alleyway?
10 feet across.
10 rats. Hang on a second. Let me check something here. Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm coming down that alleyway, heading towards the other alleyway, right?
And then this
alley, as I make my way past the mouth of the alleyway, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to create the image of a sleeping dog in the alleyway there.
Okay.
Now DC in that is only 13, but it's my hope that these are dumb guards.
Okay.
Of course, it's only like a 5-foot dog, but...
I know, I'll make him smaller, it's just...
But if the alleyway was 5 feet across, I would have just blocked it with the box, but...
But yeah, there's just a sleeping dog over there.
Mhm.
And then you're gonna get to like right here at the edge of that.
Perfect. And I gotta figure out what I was gonna do because I was gonna use minor illusion in my first round of combat, but whatever.
All right. That is Aldrich's turn. It is now top of the initiative order. Justicar.
I got Jen.
Yeah, my bad. Jen, you're up.
Magic missile on Jeff.
all 3 darts going in?
Yeah.
All right. Roll your D4 and add your spell attack bonus.
My spell attack. Oh, okay. That's key. Alright, my 4-1. Yeah. Fine, that be. Yeah. That's a. No, 4. Which shape? Which
It's
shape is that?
The pyramid.
Oh, okay. I just saw 3 right there. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. Okay. Boom. Okay. 3 plus 6, 9.
9 for the first dart. Now you get 2 more darts.
Okay, key. 9 again.
Okay.
And then say put 8.
All right. Justicar, as you are dodging out of the way of this like opalescent blade past your face, these 3 what color are these magic darts that fly forward?
Purple.
These
Purple.
3 purple beams of light shoot past you and embed into different parts of the open chest cavity that has been rent open by your hammer, and then they explode outwards. The flesh and metal split open even more to reveal no internal organs, but just the like fleshy melded back end of the armor. Like it's hollow after this fake chest cavity, this mimicry of life. Justicar, you see this split open form before you, stumbling, the helmet rent open, revealing half of a disfigured face of Jeff Radiatus. What do you do, Justicar?
I drop the hammer and stand up straight, look at him, and go, "An oath fulfilled." And as I unsheathe the two-handed sword, I just right through the neck.
Make the attack roll.
That is a 16 flat.
16 would hit. However, as you bring the blade up to the neck, there is a cubic rift that opens up. His head shifts 2 feet to the side. The rift closes and his head comes back after the sword is out of the kill zone.
All right, well, I'm going to queue up the second one.
All right. All right.
I'm just going to take a little off the top.
You stab forward, the head moves, and you just go, I'm gonna get it this time.
My bad.
Owen, you're up.
So I'm gonna take a big swig of vodka and hold it in my mouth, and I'm gonna grab that candle that I'm holding and spits fire all over this guy.
All right. Improvised burning. Go ahead and I'll say it's against your spell save DC. What's your spell save DC? Owen?
I think that would be
Okay.
15.
Okay, so it's 8 plus your spell modifier plus proficiency bonus.
So what
Okay,
you're playing is
so 13.
Based, right?
Okay, 13. He does not succeed, so he will take full damage. Give me 2d6. I'll say it's like a burning hands.
Perfect.
Justicar, you are also kind of
5
in that splash
total.
range, so make a dex saving throw.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Big.
I do not succeed.
All right. You will also
I got a
take
7.
You will also take full damage.
Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about.
Justicar right there.
No, I knew he was right there, but I forgot that bro wouldn't aim like a person; he would aim like a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My bad.
You're on fire. My bad.
What's the damage?
5. I thought you heard me. Sorry.
Nope. So, 5 points of damage to the creature, and 5 points to Justicar. It looks singed and like it could collapse at any moment. It is its turn. And then Aldrich's turn. Okay, so he is going to make 2 slashes against Justicar. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does.
7 points of slashing damage.
All right, Justicar is down.
Everybody watches as Justicar gets slashed by this long sword, and the second slash misses. He rolled a 2.
I just collapse and he misses.
Yeah. He was aiming for you to be standing up. All right, Justicar. You are...
My bad.
It's all good.
This is level 1 combat. This is what happens. This is what happens. Everyone learns their abilities a little too late.
Someone with so much authority, this comes out to be so weak.
Oh.
I got blown up I've been punched. I've been stabbed. I've become on fire.
There's been a lot. There's been a lot. This happened before Justicar. Oh my goodness. Alright, he finishes his like slashes, looks towards the like collapsed body, and you see this like sickly grin like curl up around. Justicar, as you're like fading in and out of consciousness, you're like looking up at your once friend lumber towards you. Alright, Aldrich, and then Jen. Aldrich, you round the corner. I'll say
so that 25 feet of move speed, if I put in everything, how far do I get?
If you used your dash action, you'll make it to within 15 feet.
Okay, but if I don't dash,
If
I
you
just
don't
walk it.
dash, you are within
40 feet, right?
Yeah, 40.
Okay. Would shooting a sling stone down this alleyway with everything in it be a disadvantage, or would that just be regular?
I believe the sling. What's the range on that?
30, 120.
Okay, so yeah, it's at disadvantage.
Okay, that range would be okay. In that case, I am going to cast Mind Sliver.
All right.
Psychic Energy, which is not a good idea given the creature type, but heck, you only live once. He must make an intelligence save of 13.
All right. Let's see if he does. He rolled a 14 on the dice. However, his intelligence is -2.
Yes. It's 1d6 psychic damage.
All right.
Plus, 1d6 flat or 1d6? Oh, no, yeah, 1d6 psychic damage, and then he subtracts 1d4 from his next saving throw.
All right. Nice.
3 points of psychic damage.
3 points of psychic damage. He, like, both of the hands go up to the helm as he, like, rocks back and then lets out a howl. Alright, guys, he's got 1 HP. Jen, finish him off.
With a group commanding so much authority, I wouldn't expect him to be so weak. And then I cast Firebolt.
Alright, Firebolt. Go ahead and roll your d20. Add your spell attack.
Alright, my d20? Alright. Oh.
See if you hit.
12 plus 6, 12 plus 6. 18, I guess.
18
yeah. My spell
just
attack,
hits.
right? Yeah.
18 just hits with his +2 to AC after hitting half health and glitching. You manage to aim the firebolt true, and as the like chest tries to like glitch out of way, your firebolt just kind of like wraps around the cube and goes right into the chest, engulfing the like sinew within, and the oxygen that is like coming through the broken leg piece is like fueling this fire as it like alights the head and everything in this eerie yellowy turning green firelight. Justicar, as this like molten metal starts collapsing next to you, the face slams down next to yours, and the last thing you see before fading out of consciousness, Justicar, is Jeff Radiatus, your once battle friend and companion, this eerie green firelight illuminating the side of his face, and the face whispers, "Oh, Rick." And you know no more. The creature collapses and is no more. The light fades. You stand
I'd like to.
in the
Oh, sorry.
alleyway. And combat seems to die down and end.
I'd like to run up and start trying to tend the wounds of the Justicar here.
All right, Aldrich, you run up. Make a medicine check.
Which I have no proficiency in or skills to boost, but on the other hand, he needs help, so...
That's right, you do need the help.
Huh.
I do the same. I do the same because I do the same.
You run up there.
That'll be a...
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a look around and see if there's anything else coming around at us.
All right. As you guys kind of rush up to help Justicar, help Justicar out. Why is he floating? Don't float Justicar.
I'm dying. My spirit's leaving.
He's almost there. He's halfway there.
Oh, living on a prayer. No, okay, copyright. Copyright. Sorry. No.
Okay, yeah.
No, don't worry about it. That was bad enough. No one can...
Yeah, that was. that was-
Thank you.
that was-
Thank you. I love the vote of confidence, guys. Thank you so much. No. Okay, so you all rush up. What was your medicine check, Jen?
Is that a 20?
Yeah, roll a d20, add medicine.
Add medicine. Okay, okay. 16.
16 total. Jin and Aldrich, both of you not knowing medicine, not knowing the anatomy of a human, because both of you are different races, you run up and you stabilize Justicar. He is not bleeding out anymore.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Just
I think I
pulling
might
it
have a
out of
future in-
behind. Right there.
I might have a future in medicine. It's nothing if nothing else works out. So, I suppose you did all right
Hey,
too, Jim.
Are those black circles in my skills? Are those ones that I'm proficient in?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am proficient in medicine.
Ah,
Huh?
so you would
Cool.
add your proficiency bonus. So both of you tie at 18. I'll say with a
Okay,
a
boom.
double 18 from both of you, Justicar comes back with 1 HP.
Oh yeah! I'm glad I asked. Shoot, yeah,
Yep.
good. There we go. We saved the bad.
I
That'd be
immediately
percent.
lay on hands.
You immediately
Lay
lay
on
on hands and heal
3 hit points.
3 hit
They all got
points.
my last hit points.
Forgive me for saying Justicar, but perhaps the one with the healing ability shouldn't be out front taking a swing at things.
It's been a long
Who else
day.
here- Who else here? Who else here fights?
Get back to the point. I sure don't.
Real quick,
Yeah, what?
real quick, guys. Owen, make that perception check to look around and see what else may be coming.
$24.
You do not hear any sounds of footprints coming closer. You hear shouts heading further down towards the shoreline and the coast. Almost like what was once focused on you all has been drawn towards the docks.
It's
All
gonna
right.
be a busy night.
Back to the conversation.
Well, I
Reach-
think we should call it an evening. Back to the hotel.
We have more work to do. Oh, I just reached down and grabbed them all. Put them all on
surely
the
the guard here can take care of this, and we can.
Yeah, there's no reason to be concerned. It's not like we think
We
there's
can,
anything going on around here that.
See
We need
about
medical
talking
attention.
to the captain.
Yes,
Just
run them into a
Car
battle
needs
without knowing what you're
medical
doing.
attention.
Yeah, absolutely. And while we're at it, I'm kind of tired and might have twisted my ankle on the way
Let's
here.
see a
And
general.
it's not a good night for us, So let's just recoup and reconsider.
Yeah.
What's Jin gotta say?
Okay, not Jen asking. It's a tavern and getting looked at the same thing.
No, but
Because
we cannot
Justicar
pretend.
needs medical attention. Okay, now that's Jen. That's Jen. He needs medical attention. This man just died.
Well,
I'm sure we can get it where we're going.
And honestly,
So we should go seek out the captain of the guard, right? That's so we can check out to see where he's going.
No.
Okay.
Just back to the inn would probably be best. There's nothing important that we need to be doing anyway. And like
Well,
you
the
said,
captain
guard
of the
needs
guard
rest.
should probably be informed of what just happened too. I'm with that.
We can tell them
And-
tomorrow.
And I'm sure they'll have medicals on staff.
Yeah, that's
Ready
what
to-
They're probably all
and,
busy taking care of their own injured at this point in time. We don't want to overburden them.
Justicar
What?
kneels down
Why
next
don't
to
you want to
Jeff.
see the head of the guard?
So all this bickering is happening behind you, Justicar, and you
Uh-huh.
kneel down next to your once battle buddy. What do you do?
How much of him is still there?
There is this.
I know he was on fire.
There is this eerie green firelight that is in the chest cavity of the armor from like 4/5 of his face is Jeff. The other
Okay.
is like sinew attached to metal.
I take the sword and I remove the helmet and Jeff's head.
All right.
Is his family emblem still attached to the rest of the armor?
Yes.
I want to take that as well.
All right. You pull this emblazoned sun that's kind of like an offshoot of the Caldris symbol. It's like two families down from Caldris in that kind of line. And you see that symbol and you take it off of the armor, and your attention is turned towards the bickering retinue behind you. Ah, Filippo Will with a rate of 8! Oh my goodness! We just finished
Yeah,
combat.
As I peel off the family emblem, I say a prayer of justice comes for king and beggar alike, and turn to the group. We have more to do tonight. Sorry that it's not over yet.
I think it feels pretty over to me.
Nope. I need my specialists to figure out a way to kill things in the water. I just start hobbling towards the dock.
I need you to figure out how not to die.
Duty first, then we'll figure that out.
Why do I get the feeling that I'm going to regret this?
I like it.
I use the I put the sword
will
back up, and I
mission
use my
first.
maul. I use my maul as almost like a walking stick.
All right. You use your
Pulling him down the
maul.
road.
That's great.
You converse with the party members, and you begin heading down towards the docks.
Oh, sure. Let's follow the man who can barely walk in the direction where combat is. That sounds like a fantastic idea. Nothing's going to go wrong here, I'm sure.
Why don't you want to see the head of the guard?
I don't care about the head of the guard. I don't want to go where the screaming is coming from, like a perfectly reasonable person.
No.
Just clicks down the stone walkway.
Alright.
You just want to go back to the tavern. You don't have
Mostly,
no
I
money?
don't want to go this way. It's not going back. I mean, the tavern was lovely and all, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I don't want to go this way where the screaming is coming from.
Well, do I know that with my perception, would I have thought the captain is down there?
I will say with how high you rolled in that perception, you have memory going back to what you were all conversing about beforehand, and what that guard had said to Justicar on the way to that front gate, where you heard.
Can you refresh that? What the guard said?
Yeah, so the guard had stated that most of the town guard were on the docks, keeping the rift creatures at bay and trying to keep the waters near the coastline what's the word for it? Unaccosted for the fishes, in other words. Trying to make sure that the fish and other sea creatures near the coastline aren't being over predatorized by riftland creatures.
Okay, so it's just like being regular, being regular, having regulations on the shit. Regulatory.
It's that, but for some reason, Owen specifically with that 24, it sounds like they're having a lot of trouble at the docks.
Okay. Right after this commotion?
Go ahead and make a perception check, all of you. Since you're following Justicar, he's made it kind of down the way.
He needs medical attention.
He did.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 1. Aldrich is not interested in anything but not going this direction.
All right. Jen, what'd you get for perception?
11 plus 11 plus perception 2. I got 13.
13. Wonderful. That's better than a 1.
That's better than a 1.
You hear a lot of commotion down towards the docks where you guys are headed.
I got another 24.
Another 24.
Yeah.
You hear this guttural noise that resonates throughout all the water that is near the coast. Almost like the water itself is echoing out a reverberation of something that's in it.
Is that guard captain I'm looking for? Is he down there at the docks?
You currently do not have visual of the coastline and the docks. You see just the tail start of the pier from this position.
I just look back and I go, have you guys figured out how to kill things in the water?
Can I use mage armor?
Yeah, you can go ahead and use mage armor.
I use mage armor on Justicar.
Okay.
Because that man banged up and I'm getting uneasy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his regular armor is 16. mage armor does, I think it's like 12 plus something.
I believe it's 13 plus your
Spell modifier.
spell modifier, is that it?
I think. I'm not 100% sure.
No, I think it's. Let me just look it up.
Spell modifier. My spell modifier?
I'm not
100%.
100%.
Let's see.
Spells.
What is that?
Mage armor. 13 plus dexterity.
Yes.
Sorry, no, the spell
Dexterity or
ends
mine?
early. It would be his dexterity, but the spell ends early if the target dons armor, so you would not be able to cast it on somebody who's currently wearing armor.
Correct.
Oh, dang. Okay, then I cast it on myself then.
All right. So
Probably a good idea.
you now have 13 plus your dex modifier as your armor class.
So my dex modifier, what is it? 2. So,
15 is your armor class, right?
alright, okay. That's better than 12.
If you want to kill things in the water, you got 3 options. Pointy things, electricity, or fire. And of course, fire doesn't work too well.
Chromatic
we have a
orb can be
theoretical.
changed. Chromatic orb can be changed into different elements, right?
Correct.
I just look back. Good, we have a theoretical. Now we need lightning and pointy things.
I got the lightning.
This is going to end so badly.
I got the lightning and the fire.
Owen, my other specialist, what is your opinions on this?
And ice if need be. And if I can frost over the top of the water, maybe we can just.
I like what's in my hand. DM, can I get a zoom out?
Yeah. What about it?
Ooh, what's in that pot? Right there.
This one?
Or
By
that
the bench?
brazier. Yeah.
Well, we've got a little pear and a bucket.
A pear,
Yeah.
you say?
Yes. A small little
Mhm.
pear is there.
All right. Let me go over to the bucket and grab the pear.
Okay.
And I'm gonna rip off a sheet of cloth from my sleeve. I'm gonna tie the pear to the bottle.
Okay.
So theoretically, the sugars in the pear should provide an accelerant. And if I toss this in the water and he hits it with a firebolt, it should go kablooey. A nice little depth charge.
So, I got it. All right. Our plan to beat the sea monsters is a pear and a bottle. That's going to work just wonderfully.
Hey, what do you have to say about the situation?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Why don't we do what smart people do and not go to the docks?
And this is why we didn't ask for your input. So what were you saying?
Yeah, that's the problem without a solution.
Yep.
The solution is...
This is why you guys get paid the
Howard
big bucks, is to come up with solutions.
I would like to be clear about this. I expect to be paid the big bucks after this evening.
All you're doing is jibber jabbing. We're trying
Look,
to get some
let's be
solutions.
clear about this, alright? What we're dealing with is most likely fae or other monstrous creatures underwater. Since they're underwater creatures, they're almost entirely resistant to most forms of bludgeoning and conventionally incapable of attacking. Unfortunately, you can't drown them, and when it comes right down to it, psychic damage against underwater creatures, well, normally it's alright.
Can I freeze the
Normally.
water so we can walk on top of it?
Yes, absolutely. While you're at it, why don't you build us a city by waving your hands? Do you have any idea how much water is there? And it's salt water to boot.
Well,
I just clink my bag of coins and I'm like, I'll pay you. Don't worry about it. We have work to do.
Yes. I'm sure I'll be able to afford a lovely funeral. Why are we still standing? If we're going
you
that way,
have to
let's
find the
go.
captain. And I head
Why
off towards the dock.
All right.
Why should I trust a man that can't even tell me why he doesn't even want to go into this direction besides sea monsters?
Is that not a good reason?
I'm from the Rift, sir. I don't know what
Great. That's
sea monsters mean nothing to me.
Oh, well, let me elaborate then.
If
Let's
it
imagine
wasn't for
a
me,
moment-
you guys would have just been destroyed by
When I get
Jeff.
to the pier, what do I see?
You see a giant, monstrous tentacle that is jutting out of the water, and you see several of the guards with swords and shields just trying their with desperation to fight off this tentacle.
Oh boy,
Yes.
that looks like great fun.
Yep.
Do I see the Captain Donovan?
Donovan is not the guard captain.
Well, that's what I'm looking for.
Donovan is the caravan leader back at the tavern.
Yeah, we need to. That's what I'm looking for.
Well,
Sorry.
he's back at
No,
the
the
tavern.
caravan leader, not the commander of the guards. The caravan leader.
Yeah, I thought he was like the
same
bodyguard for the caravan. My bad.
Nope. It's all good. So you come to the docks. Everybody comes to the docks. And
Well, they probably stay there, right?
well,
No,
I
we
go.
were coming.
Justicar very much
I
is
proceed
going.
with Justicar.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And then Aldrich would begrudgingly come along.
Begrudgingly.
Yes.
The moment I see the tentacle, I'm just like, oh no.
Yes. All right. I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh, well, we don't need tentacle. We need other thing.
Before we actually start the fight, I turn to Jin and I point to the tentacle and I say, "That is the arm of a sea monster."
I eat that for breakfast.
All right. Everyone roll initiative.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Yeah. Nat 20.
As I say laughingly. Okay. Okay.
A nat 20 for
23.
Aldrich.
Not 20. Okay, shoot. Dang.
23 total.
Oh gosh. And then you said what?
Initiative.
I don't even know what the initiative. Where's the initiative bonus on the thing?
Should be the square center.
Yeah, should be next to armor class.
Oh, mine's blank.
Okay,
So
so
I got
Dex modifier plus proficiency bonus.
Dex modifier plus. Okay.
To your initiative, we're supposed to add our proficiency bonus to that because I only have my dex modifier.
Throw
Yes.
your proficiency bonus in there.
Oh, okay, so that's going to be
Dex plus
25.
two. I got 7. So I'm
Seven.
just making sure because I needed all I needed.
Oh, wait.
Damn.
What do you got? For
12, sorry.
12.
And then I've got 9.
All right. Aldrich, you're up first.
Okay, so if I cast Mage Hand, can I make it do something before the end of my turn? Okay.
Yes.
That lantern that's there, is it hanging loose and is it an oil lantern?
This is not hanging loose. It is bolted in, and it is a candle.
Okay, the holder is bolted in, but the candle is just sitting. Oh, it's actually got like a little cage around it. Huh?
Yes.
Hang on a second. Let me see here. Inventory. Here we go. Rod, bedroll, torch, bedroll. What? Oh, Drat. Okay. Anyway, that won't work. Presentation. Almost want to use Arms of Hadar just for the just for the irony. Let's see here.
All right.
Crap, I don't really have a whole lot I can do. All right, then I'm just going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the tentacle. I guess it's pretty much the best thing I've got.
All right. That's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, 13.
All right. The tentacle, just kind of like, writhes a little bit.
It succeeded?
No.
Oh, it failed. Okay. Okay, so let's see. That does 3d6 psychic damage. So that's
Roll
9
that
points of psychic damage. 9. Honestly speaking, why am I doing psychic damage to a tentacle? But whatever.
That's
I
a
didn't
good
choose.
question.
Out of curiosity, before I end my turn here, that sack, can I see it through the partially boarded up window?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I tell what it is?
It's a rucksack. You have no
So it's
idea
not like
what's
a bag
in
of flour or anything? Okay, alright. Okay. And then I'm actually going to use my movement to move underneath the light and end my turn. Or as close as I can get with 25
Alright.
feet.
Boom, right there. All right, up
Perfect.
next, Owen.
All right.
What would you like to do, Owen?
Can I get a zoom out? Okay.
Someone search for a oil canister and toss it on the tentacle. Says Jim. If there is such thing around. What's up? I have an idea.
All right, I hear you, Jen. Some of the guards hear you, some of them don't.
Well, I was
I'm
just asking the team as well.
See if I can pull some planks off the board, off the window.
Okay. Make a athletics check. I'll say this is your bonus action to get the planks.
Okay. Ooh.
What'd you get?
Natural 20.
Oh yeah. You find several planks that will not only be useful.
I only get high rolls and support rolls.
I know, dude. I know. But that was your bonus action. You got some really good wooden planks.
Okay.
Let's go.
Don't forget, you still have your pear and bottle combo
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, you still have that, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go over to the alleyway.
Okay. Yeah, this here little alley.
And the bottle pair should float still. So I'm gonna toss that into the water, next to the
Tentacle.
next to the tentacle.
Bloop.
And then that way, so old boy can hit it with a firebolt. And then if I've got any time left, I'm gonna pick up a rock or two.
All right. You toss that in, pick up a couple of rocks.
All right. Hit it with your fire, Jin.
I
Just
cast
a card.
fireball. Oh shit! Never mind.
Scheiße.
Yes.
Hooey. Just a card.
Dang.
Go.
I just kind of shrug and I'm like, I hope you guys got this. And I just grab one of my javelins and chuck a javelin at the tentacle.
Go for it. Roll that d20.
Run, you cripple!
I've got a 17 to hit.
17 hits. You impale the tentacle with one of the javelins. It writhes in pain.
I do 10 points of damage.
Nice.
It's like a max javelin.
Nice.
Hey, good job, cripple! Good job!
The tentacle lashes out and is going to try and break the wooden structure beneath Aldrich and Owen, crushing two of the guards beneath.
Can I
Does not
interject?
succeed. Jin, it is now your turn.
I gotta check my thing real quick. So I've already used 2 spells, and this is one battle phase, right? We didn't rest.
There
So I
has
have no
not,
more-
yeah, there has not been any
I have
rest.
no more level 1 slots in because I used 2.
Correct.
Okay, well,
You've got cantrips.
I was gonna cast Featherfall just in case, knowing that was a possibility, but I just cast Fireball on the pear sugar.
All right, so trying to ignite the incendiary device beneath the waves. All right, Firebolt.
All right. Which is that? That's the triangle one, right?
No. Roll your d20, add your spell attack to see if it hits.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Okay, I got 9.
9 on the die or 9 altogether?
No, I rolled a 3. I got 9.
All right. The fire fizzles out in the water before connecting to the device.
I can feel this on my friends.
Remember, the cripple hit his hit.
Damn. That's horrible. Dang it.
You see several of the guards that heard you, Jin, begin throwing their lanterns that they have attached to their hip to give them some light on patrol. You see them start to throw their lanterns that have lantern oil and stuff in them onto the tentacle to try and douse it.
Ignite the oil! Ignite the oil!
I'm gonna roll. None of it ignites, but it is currently doused in oil. So there is this mix of oil and water beneath the dock.
Can it still be ignited?
Yes, it's still possible to. It's just it hasn't yet. No ignition yet. I'm just gonna let you all know being close is probably not a good idea because you put an incendiary device in there and now there's extra oil. Just saying.
No good, no glory.
All right, top of the initiative. Aldrich, you're back up.
The shockwave in the water is going to be glorious.
What range are the guards at? They're standing up on the beach and a little bit away from the tentacles, right?
Correct. It's like they are at the beachhead, trying to wade out into the water as far as they are willing, without risk of being dragged underneath.
And this tentacle, at this point, I'm like 10 feet, maybe, from it, right?
Oh, yeah, you're close.
I'll
It
just
specifically
reach into
reached underneath you, so it's like attached to the wooden pole beneath your feet, trying to like break the dock under.
Aldrich walks over to the railing there, puts his chin on it, looking over, reaches into his bag, pulls out a torch, casts prestidigitation on it, and just drops it over the edge into the water.
No.
All right. Everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Please?
I'm like in the alleyway.
I know.
I don't even know where I'm at. I don't even know where I'm at. Where am I?
You're the highlighted one.
Oh no! Well, I'm kind of still
plenty
back.
of room there.
You're
I'm
far
literally-
enough away.
I'm
But it's
literally
collapsible.
standing
That shit-
over this.
That shit's collapsible and it's explosive.
No, the explosion's
That
all
shit
going to happen in the water, so it'll be fine.
Come
It'll be
on,
fine.
guys.
By the way, that's a 17. So
A 17
No
from
problem.
Aldrich.
I haven't been
I grabbed
rolling
zero.
well, so I should be worried.
14.
14 from
Oh my
Owen.
gosh. And you said put the dexterity on it?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
oh, hang on a
I
second.
got a 6.
Okay.
I got a 10.
All right. I need a repeat from Aldrich. What did you get on the dex save?
I got a 17.
17. Okay. Everyone comes to with your ears ringing. The front dock area has exploded. This abandoned house that's behind Justicar and Jin caught fire, and the contents therein engulfed the blaze even more so. The crazy thing is, all these barrels that are right behind Aldrich are full of alcohol. So this building explodes as well. Everyone comes to, head ringing. There are tentacle chunks everywhere, all over the remnants of these buildings. You see several of the guards trying to drag their comrades out of rubble, burning bits of pier and dock. And you see the magistrate standing over this rescue operation that is happening. It is at this point in time that you guys see that the sun is out. The sky is clear, and there is blue cerulean sky of day. You all were knocked unconscious for the rest of the night by the explosion.
I cast Firebolt. I'm kidding.
firebolt to the sky.
Flare.
Just one last shot to know that I'm still here. No.
Right,
I'm alive. I'm alive.
seems to me that that worked. I'm going to go to bed now.
I think now would be a good time for you guys to go to the tavern.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, let's just all go there. And it occurs to me that
He
it probably
needs
would have been a good
medical-
idea.
He needs medical attention. He's
At this
crippled.
point in time, I think it's probably just a good idea that we do our best to pretend nothing happened.
Actually, I think if we would have listened to you in the first place, we probably would have been better off. So I'm sorry for that.
Well, now, what an idea!
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry for doubting you.
I get up and
Oh, I'm done.
walk over to the Magister.
Oh, that's not a good. Oh,
He
well, he's-
looks
that.
directly at you. Jessica. So, I let you into my city. I allow you to stay within the walls a night, a single night, and you and your retinue break curfew and destroy one of our dock emplacements and several buildings burnt, several of the guards missing or maimed in the result. What say you to all this, Justicar?
Sir, if I may, if I may talk to the Justicar real quick.
Does
That,
this
like,
man
mid-reach.
speak to you in such a manner, Justicar?
He's a hired specialist. I allow a certain level of liberty. One moment, please.
Sir,
Say one thing, Mr. Magistrate.
Yes,
I've been
go ahead.
hoisted into an unknown territory. I've found these 3 men. Some of them to be okay men, and men like Justicar, upstanding men. I've seen him in this city that is supposed to be protected and for somewhat, say, more civilized from where I come from. And in the hours that I've been here, we've been attacked by ghouls and tentacles from the deep. And on top of that, we are here, from what I hear, from what Mr. Justicar says, on business in the first place. And from, the money, that you were trying to hide. So I just want to, before you get too high and mighty, sir, I would just like to slow you down a roll, because I think there's something around here.
I appreciate it. It's been a long evening, Jin. All right, and we've had our share. I mean, honestly,
my man put his life on the line for this town, and you do not need to disrespect him like that.
And I can appreciate where you're coming from, Jim, and I do, especially since Justicar just about almost got murdered in the bounds of the city last night, which isn't a good look. But let's be clear here: the poor Magister is clearly dealing with a lot on his plate, not to mention the disaster that's happened. And let's be honest, tempers are a little high. Why don't we just?
I don't know what your quarrels are for wanting to kiss arse around here, but that is not who I am. And
I
this
appreciate
man is not going to disrespect this noble man that put his life on the line for these people of this town, and he want to come to us like
Your heart is in the right place. Your heart is in the right place.
Like we're in the problem. Sir.
Let's be honest, Jin. You didn't have a good night's sleep. I didn't have a good night's sleep. Do you think our tempers are where they should be? Let's let the Magister take care of the situation, and we'll just let's reapproach this.
How about
with cooler heads.
How about you cool it up with the magistrate personally?
Jin. Now let me ask you a question here. Last night I made a suggestion. Do you remember that happening? It was a good suggestion. I hear you. But you must admit that last night I knew what I was talking about.
Who are your loyalties to? Is it to the Justicar or the magistrate?
Absolutely. There's no question about that.
Then enough said.
Justicar almost died in the defense. I mean, Justicar almost got brutally slaughtered by worse. The ghost of someone dressed in armor, similar to, which is just a travesty. But at the same time,
not just somebody dressed in armor, a battle buddy from his past.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know his past too well. But the point is,
I've seen it to his mind. It is true.
You probably shouldn't mention that in human society. The point I'm saying is, let's just approach this. Honestly, Jin, you know what my point is? And I've got my arm as close to around Jin's shoulder as I can get at this point, which is like midway up his back, right?
Yeah.
And I'm leading him away, and I'm like, you know what I'm thinking, Jin? You know what I'm thinking is? What I think is we should just get some breakfast, and then we can address any issues with the magistrate. After the magistrate's not dealing with a crisis. Let's let the magistrate deal with his business, and then we can approach our business with him later. Is that good with you, Justicar?
Are you paying for the ale?
I'm in the middle of a conversation with Owen while you guys are doing that. And
Yes. Okay, Owen and Justicar. Conversation.
Oh, we finished our conversation, and I look at the party.
Yeah, what was the conversation?
So I whispered to Korn slash Justicar over here that the explosion yield was extremely high for the amount of fuel and accelerant that was in the area, and that I believe the creature was rigged to explode from some sort of third party.
Well, I thank you for that information. I will relay that to the Magister post haste. And as Jin and Aldridge are talking and yelling at the Magister, I just turn and I'm like, And then Jin says he saw that the guy was my fallen battle buddy in my head, and I just glare at him like, what?
Yup.
Well, my character also does not pick up on social norms. I just want you to know that.
No, no, you're playing it very good. You're playing it very good.
Okay.
And I'm just stunned by Jin going off.
Yeah, on the Magister. So
I was sticking up for it.
No, you're doing good. You are perfectly playing your character. Now here's the result. Here's the result. Justicar.
Yep.
The magistrate looks directly at you after all of that just happened.
I can explain.
And he gestures for you to come to him.
I walk. We had a modicum of success last night, and my specialist thinks that the creature was rigged to explode because it blew up a lot larger than it should have with the amount of oil and
he puts
the
a hand up to
bottle.
stop you from talking.
And I just reach for my coin pouch and I'm like,
He says, "Did the prelate send you with your order papers?"
About that, I haven't opened my papers.
He holds out his hand for you to hand him the papers.
I rummage through my backpack and here you go.
This crumpled script is shown through this ramshackled letter. You see a seal on like the wax that like seals the letter shut is like crushed a little bit. It hasn't been opened, but it's been like just stuffed in a pack and travel worn.
It's been blown up. It's been slammed on the ground.
Yeah.
It's been blown up again.
The magistrate breaks the seal, opens the letter, pulls it out, and begins to read. Have you ascertained the whereabouts of Jeff Radiatus?
I have something I was going to mention before my specialists went off on different tirades.
Good. Then your business in Othmere is concluded. Get out of my city.
I can help pay for some of the damages.
Get out! You will hit the first caravan out this week.
I just put my
And
hands
you
up.
will camp outside the city walls while you stay and wait.
Understood. Understood. Can I collect my people and belongings from the tavern?
You may.
Also, you don't have to worry about the echo. And just walk away. Limp away, I should say.
Yeah, he turns from you to a young page and tells him to like fetch the secretary. They're gonna have to start taking stock of full damage reports and things.
All right, back to the tavern, everyone. We have provisions to gather. We're gonna camp for a minute.
So about that, while I was spending time in the tavern, I noticed that there are some rather concerning examples of non-native wildlife surrounding the city. Storm beasts, dusk maws, night fangs.
Yeah, we'll deal with those. Don't worry. We have a debt to the city now.
Oh, yeah, here's the thing. They mentioned multiple storm beasts.
It's not ideal.
Storm beasts aren't even native to around here. Night fangs aren't either, and frankly speaking, Duskmaws, rift beasts.
It's a long day. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
We don't need to add more fuel to that fire.
I would also like to point out that I strongly suspect I'm following this whole time as we're walking, right?
Yeah. You're walking.
I strongly
talking.
suspect that while the mayor might be done with us, I rather severely doubt that the city is.
Yeah. I don't think with the storm beasts that the city's going to be around much longer.
The magistrate's hiding something.
The magistrate's trying his best to hold a crumbling city together. That is
Agreed.
probably hiding something.
Well,
I think the magistrate's a
keeping
good
his
person.
own. There's something up with that man.
You know, I ran into a man in the tavern. Donovan, the caravan master. He manages a majority of the major trade. If I were a mayor looking to find, shall we say, subtle egress from a town, you know, in wink retirement style, he'd probably be the person I'd talk to. Might be a good place to pick up a little information.
We'll have to talk to him either way.
Indeed,
You
indeed.
talking about retiring? Maybe that's what the magistrate was saving all that money for, trying to take money
Hey.
off a dying city. Before
Jin,
it
if I might
crumbles.
offer you a word of advice. You're a great guy. I really enjoy being in your general vicinity, and frankly, you're a clutch hand in a fight. But as a general rule, for around people, you might just want to not talk. It might be better that way. No offense to you, of course. It just seems that you're, ill-accustomed to human standards.
I tell you the truth.
Yes, well, that's definitely problem number one.
What do you mean?
Well, Justicar, do you think I should endeavor to educate our friend here on the social situations of human society and their typical behavioral patterns, or should we perhaps save that for another day?
Well, I'm of the belief that honesty is the best policy.
Oh, right. I'm talking to you, right?
I, for one, think Jin's honesty is remarkable.
That is certainly that is one word for it. That is certainly one way to describe it. Most definitely.
It is at
Owen!
this point where you guys come to the Salty Anchor, the tavern here in Othmere.
Well, it's time for us to gather our effects, talk to Donovan, the caravan leader, about getting out of here.
You let me know the details. I'm gonna grab an ale.
Yeah,
Jin-
grab a meal.
Jin rushes
Jin,
up
here.
to the bar.
Jin, before you go, here, a couple of core for you. I'm gonna flip them 5 core to buy a meal.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
I just go, make sure you guys fill up on a meal as well. We're gonna be rough living for a minute.
Oh joy!
All right. Owen, any final thing to do when you enter the tavern?
I'm gonna go look for Donovan, who is not the caravan security guard, and accost him with just a car.
All right. It seems like this rather well-traveled looking individual sitting there in the middle of the tavern enjoying a little bit of bacon and eggs. He looks up as Owen and Justicar approach.
Why, yes. What can I help you with?
We're gonna need a ride on your caravan to. Where are you heading next?
Why, I'm heading to Lukiel. Always to Lukiel. You see, we have to head there in between each excursion into the outer reaches of the Maki Vale for supplies.
Good. That's a fine place to go. When are you leaving?
Why, on the morrow, of course.
Is there anything stopping you from leaving today?
Well, I still need time for the horses of the caravan to rest and to see if there's any stragglers who wish to perchance purchase safe passage with the caravan.
Okay.
As well
on the
as
morrow.
any last-minute letters that need delivering.
Is there any way we could leave today?
Well, would be rather tricky.
Justikar, perhaps an evening would be a good idea. A bit of rest would do us well before we hit the road, and it would give us the opportunity to take in the sights one last time, if you catch my meaning.
You would like one more night next to your dear friend the magistrate, it seems, huh?
We can wait for another day. Okay, on the morrow, we'll camp out outside the walls.
My question to you, are you paying for your seat or are you working your fare?
I'm working, whatever they're doing.
We're working.
Wonderful. It seems a lot of the guardsmen here seek to clean up around home before heading out, so we've lost several of our traveling almsmen that we would have had.
Understood. So, do you provide food along the way, or is that something that it will have to fend for?
Well, we have a tracker that usually comes with us and can hunt for various game along the road, but as well as much supplies that we can carry without overloading the animals. We don't want to overburden the ox cart.
Understood. Well, then tomorrow, and I go to collect everybody, and I tell my squire, Ignis, you need to go see Volthrud in the wizard tower, or whatever they have here, wherever he's at. I can't remember what he had exactly.
Yes, Volthrud. He is the knowledge keeper here in Northmere. What shall I ask of him?
Tell him that Justikar has information regarding what was it? That was part of the what was it?
Lost?
Yep, that was part of the notes I lost. It was the what was it? The Dread City.
Yes.
And the guy who woke up, or is awakening, or something
Aspiring.
like that. I had
the Grey King aspires.
Yes, I had the notes. I had them.
Yes.
they were the ones that got lost.
The Fortress of
Terror.
What was it? The Fortress of Terror, and the Grey King
aspires.
Yeah.
Yep. The Grey King aspires.
Yeah. I tell Ignis, tell him Justikar is outside the walls, who has information on the City of Terror and the Great King.
The Grey King. All right. Well, I will endeavor to get your message to him as quickly as possible, and
then meet us outside the walls. You have sword practice.
Okay, I will do so, and if you don't mind me asking, sir, what's that? And he kind of points to the head that you've kind of been carrying.
It's an oath fulfilled.
Right. And he quickly leaves and goes to fulfill your order. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
And I cast Firebolt.
Woo! The hearth is now a roaring fire. We love it. No.
Well, not just the hearth, so the chimney and the floor and the tables.
Well, oh my goodness, guys. That was the first combat of the Six Sword Saga source code. I hope you guys enjoyed our session full of action and mystery and all that. I just want to give a quick shout out. Thank you so much for the raid. Burt's Cold Gaming and Fedorable Will, phenomenal channels. Thank you guys so much for the raids. It means the world. It genuinely means the world. Also, I got my 3 questions that I ask all my players and all of you in the chat. Whether it be live on Twitch, whether it be on YouTube or Rumble. 3 questions. What was good? What was bad? What needs improvement? Let's go through. Aldrich, starting with you. What was good? What was bad? What needs improvement?
The social encounters were fantastic. The combat was very solid. I enjoyed pretty much most of the session. Was quite good. As for bad, I mean, getting kicked out of the city wasn't great, but beyond that, I do think that while I really do like the maps, they can use a little bit of improvement. But I think that has more to do with the actual map engine rather than your design or anything like that. So it's just going to be user development and practice. And I do love the visuals, especially when you were basically like, he's asking about this random thing that has a couple of things in it. Well, I guess those are story items now.
Yeah, there's story items now, yep. Okay, Owen. We'll go down the line. Owen, what was good? What was bad? What needs improvement?
I liked watching the action map this time while we're in the city. It's much easier to react off the environment. The perception mix was good because it insinuates there's some sort of tunnel vision happening.
That all you got?
Water physics need improvement.
Water physics need improvement. That's a Dungeon Alchemist thing. I don't have anything to do with the water physics.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that time Owen almost clipped through the wall, and we got to do something about that.
Yeah, that was a little strange. Let's just not even talk about the fact that when I walked Owen down to the docks, he clipped through the stairs, and then I had to hop all around and stuff. That was crazy.
Slid off the cliff a little bit.
Yeah, that was a little. All right. Jen, what was good? What was bad? What needs improvement?
Well, considering this is my first time really doing this, I don't really know how to really give you the good and the bad, because I'll just tell you that each and every session I've had more and more fun personally.
Heck yeah!
I think I've opened up, got to learn to play my character, and I really piggyback off of y'all a lot. And I don't know, so it's just really good. Your storytelling, your how you describe everything, your world building is really good. I think the combat was really cool. How you did that, and then I've never seen that little program you had for that, so I thought it was cool. But looking at it now, yeah, I mean, you could always have improvements with that thing, but that's not so much a you thing or a thing. That's just a program you have. But I would say just so much. I've just been trying to look in how I can improve, because I really just try to piggyback off of y'all. But I don't really know the bad. I mean, I don't know enough to be able to.
You good?
I've just been having fun, so.
Hey man, that's all that matters to me. Is as long as you're having fun, and as long as you out there are enjoying the telling of the story, that is the blessing to me. Justicar, what was good? What was bad? What needs improvement?
All right, let's see. The combat was great. Storytelling, wonderful. I don't know, everything kind of flowed really nicely in this session, so I don't think there was much improvement that it was needed. The only thing was, we blew up half the dock, so that's not ideal.
Dude, before he said it, I was about to be like, stop, and I was gonna sacrifice myself and just to prove how really down with the crew I was. I was like, I trust I'm gonna survive this. I got many lives. I was gonna do something, but then he said that, and that's why I was like, no. I was like, yeah.
That was
because I'm the
Aldrich's
one that said put
moment.
the oil on there. That was my idea. So I was like, it sucked for all these people to have to get banged up because of mine. And then he just dropped it. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, no, that was Aldrich's be cool moment. That was his. Okay, so we're doing this, huh? Okay.
It was good. It was good. I was like, oh no. That was funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in to Midwest Dungeon Delvers. It is a blessing to have you all here. Again, big shout outs to Burt's Cold Gaming and Fedorable Will for the raid. Thank you all so much for sticking in. And tune in this weekend for the continuation of Super Smash Quest over on Fedorable Will's channel. And again, come on back next Thursday for more the Six Sword Saga. And just be blessed, because you all were a blessing to me today. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. And don't forget...
Good evening. This is Lyris Dane reporting on behalf of the COS as we witness yet another harrowing chapter in humanity's relentless pursuit of forbidden innovation in the year 2525. In what has been dubbed the Six Sword Saga incident, 6 carefully chosen individuals from the Maxwell Federation's latest VR experiment were thrust into the full immersion simulation known as the Six Sword Saga, a digital realm where the lines between myth and machine blur. What began as a promising trial for the next generation of escapism quickly spiraled into an unsolvable tragedy. Our sources confirm that the participants, heralded as pioneers of this radical technology, have become permanently entrapped within the simulation.